Hello, I'm Bob Toomey, and this is another presentation of Abington's Mayor for a Day. And with me is Aaron Christian. Aaron, how are you, pal? Nice to have you on board here. And as you know, we're here because you are running for Abington's Mayor for a Day. Can you tell me a little about yourself first?
Well, obviously, as you know, I'm Aaron Christian. I'm from Abington, Massachusetts, and I'm a Boy Scout in Abington with Troop 41, and I also sing with the Barbershop Quartet in Hingham. And I also help out with the Tricentennial Field Day Committee as it goes on right at the moment. And I try to do the best I can to be with the town because the town excites me and gives me want to be there. So.
Excellent. And you go to school here in town? Public
Yes.
school? What school is that?
Woodsdale.
And your teacher is?
Dr. G.
That's right.
Gilpatrick.
Dr. Gilpatrick, right. How do you like the Woodsdale?
It's you know, it's an old school, but I'm still there.
Well, looking at you and judging by what I know you do and get involved in, I think you're ready to move on to, if not the high school, the Frollo at least as a stage to move upward. Now, why did you want to run for mayor of Abington for a day?
Well, because politics and actually what I want to be when I grow up is president. And
Of the United States.
Yeah, and these are things these are like stepping stones that helps me get to my goal, and it's the town politics, anything. It excites me. It gets me. I want to know what happens. I want to know how it happens, and everything with the town just gets me pumped.
Well, you're on the right step because you're obviously very involved, and that's one of the criteria to run for elective offices. You have to be involved, and for a young person your age, you're obviously very involved, and that's a good quality. And I'm sure the voters in Abington are willing to buy those votes for you.
Yeah.
If you are elected for mayor for the day, is there anything particular you'd like to see done, or you would do yourself?
Lower property taxes, man. Those taxes are.
With the money the residents of Abington can save with his policy, they better be buying you votes. That's a great decision for you. I hope you can work that out with the selectmen and everything.
Yeah.
And now, what do you know about your competition? You have some heady competition against you.
Well, I know there are some people that there's some competition, but then there are the people that I think I really admire, and but they're the people that I'm not afraid of.
Right.
Yeah,
we won't name names of who you're afraid of or who you admire.
Yeah,
you can tell who you admire.
I won't get into detail.
Right. Well, the people you admire is fine.
Yeah, but the candidates that I'm running against, I'm just doing this for fun.
Right. Exactly. That's a good attitude, and it's a fundraiser, so everyone should have a good time with this. And we had some of your opponents on yesterday. Alexander Haggerty was on, and Bubba Gendro was on. And now you're here. I think later on we might have Sean Riley, and we'll have to reach out to the other candidates. But it is and it's a fundraiser, and you have the right attitude. So it's great to go in with that. Just going in, enjoy yourself, and making some bold statements, and seeing how the process works. It's small scale compared to the selectmen's races or the rep races or anything, but you're obviously getting an education. Any advice friends have given you?
Not really. I haven't gotten too much advice from other people. It's a thing that there's other younger candidates running. There are some people mostly voting for them that the way I'm trying to give answers to them, they don't understand. So I haven't really gotten much advice from them.
I understand you're having a fundraiser soon. Can you tell us about that, please?
I'm having a fundraiser at Timberlanes on May 19th from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And you get to bowl, have fun. There's going to be a bake sale. Hopefully some barbershop music there from my chorus.
No, you're actually in the Barbershop Quartet, which I think is tremendous for a kid your age. That's fantastic. And I know you're very involved in it. Are you guys doing anything as a group soon? Or?
Actually, at the Tricentennial Field Day, which will be on June 23rd, we will be singing. I don't remember which time exactly, but we will be singing. And you'll also be singing with the Sweet Adelines of Abington. They're also a chorus, but from a different organization.
I believe the field day is June 23rd.
Yes.
Yeah. So, see, I have some information, but I haven't been on the computer to get the most up-to-date information. But I understand it's the 23rd.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that? If you don't mind me asking, I'm thrilled that you're involved in a singing group. How long have you been doing that?
I'm going on my 3rd year.
Fantastic. And how old are you, 12, 13?
12.
12. Very good. What other hobbies do you have?
Well, I bowl every Saturday.
In a league? Or
in a league, yes. Okay. It actually ends this Saturday. We have the roll-offs. My team is in it because we've won about 3 quarters straight. So if we win, it'd be a big deal for us.
Great.
It's
Do you read much? Or?
I try to pick up a book, but I don't know how many times I really get interested in it.
That's all right. No, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I have 3 boys. They all have different reading habits and levels. So, but obviously you're busy enough with all you do with the Boy Scouts. And what level are you at in the Scouts program?
In the Scouts program, right at the moment, I am a Scout, which signifies that you are a Boy Scout.
Okay.
But I've been trying to get to my next rank. I've been trying to do a pull-up, but they just don't want to sign off on that requirement for some reason. I get about halfway, and even though last time I did hang, they just don't want to sign off on it. No offense.
Maybe if you get enough money, you can buy them off. I don't know if that's...
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the only buy-offs we have as mayor's races. I'm sorry. It's funny. When I was in the Boston Police Academy, I had to go extra days for sit-ups because I could do everything, the push-ups, run, the mile, all that. But trying to do sit-ups in a certain amount of sit-ups, certain amount of time, I just had unbelievable problems. So I can understand. Now, you also have a Facebook page or something about your campaign. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I also have a Facebook page, which is Aaron for Mayor. It's actually not a page, it's a group. And I also have a website that I think is only temporary right at the moment. It'll be aaronchristianformayor.wordpress.com. And it has all the videos that I have, and it's actually a thank you to all the citizens who are voting for me, and even afterwards who vote for me, who voted.
No, you literally are running for mayor according to the YouTube videos I've seen. You want to elaborate on that for us, please?
Well, apparently we were sitting in our, not apparently, we were sitting in the dining room table one night, and we were throwing around ideas that could help me get some stuff out there. And my grandfather threw out, well, what about running for mayor? But not just running, you're running.
Right.
So my mom decided to sit in the back of a car and a pickup truck. Went to the town library to shoot our first video, and I ran behind the truck. A few mess ups after I kept saying me. It's not all about me. And but we also decided to keep this trend on because after over 40 views, 50 views, it's good to keep this thing going.
Right. It's a unique way to campaign, as far as I'm concerned, and you've obviously gotten a number of hits already. So word is getting out there for you.
I'm not only running for mayor, I also put on another video with all the different things I've been doing throughout Abington since I was just little and up till now.
How long have you been in the Boy Scouts again?
Boy Scouts I've been in for, this is going on my 2nd year, so I've been there.
So a short time, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And then I assume your ultimate goal is to be an Eagle Scout
Yes.
if you work that route. Mm-hmm. So about how many stages does it take to become an Eagle Scout, roughly?
Well, it starts at the Scout rank, which eventually turns into the tenderfoot. Then you go to 2nd class, 1st class, get Star, Life, and Eagle. Okay. And afterwards you would actually get Eagle Palms, which are kind of an extra rank. Then you can join like the National Eagle Scout Association. There's Venturing, which you can also get the Silver Award. And there's a bunch of different programs even after you become an Eagle Scout. You can still stay active within Scouting.
Okay. Well, you're obviously very active in politics. You've been at town meetings. You go to the committee meetings that you're actually involved in personally, not just because your mom is, but you actually take a role. Mm-hmm. And I think it's wonderful. And this is obviously one of our future leaders of Abington and one of the future leaders of America, and I really mean that. And I'm thrilled to know because I'm in my 50s and I'm going to be depending on you to support us when we're older. And anything you want to add before we end this brief conversation?
Well, as it says, vote early, vote often, vote now.
And vote with your money, because this is one of the elections you are able to buy. It's a fundraising effort. And do you know some of the places that people can cast their votes at and buy their votes?
Within Abington, you can vote at the Town Hall, the Library, Abington LHouse, Miss Drug, and Abington Bank. Okay.
And there are, you have opponents who are outside of Abington, right?
Yeah.
And you're familiar with why they're running? And
yes.
Okay. Because Abington at one time was also inclusive of Whitman and Rockland, and so they want to get their bit of the pie. Well, your Facebook again, so right before we leave?
Yeah, my Facebook is a group. It's Aaron Christian for Mayor for a Day, and please join the group. And there's also my website, which is aaronchristianformayor.wordpress.com, where you can visit all my videos, and it's thank you for everybody who voted for me and who is now voting for me.
How do they get to the YouTube videos?
The YouTube videos are actually on the website. You can watch them physically on there. If you want, you can click to it as well. So.
Okay. Well, Aaron, thank you very much for all you've done already. For a youngster, you've done an awful lot, and I hope you keep up that work, because Abington loves people like you. Everybody likes having people like yourself, and who committed to the town and do their bit, and don't just talk about it, you do something, and I'm really excited for you. Some of the events, again, I just want to go over. There is an event, a 5K run and walk in Abington, May 19th, a half marathon through Abington, Rockland, and Whitman. The date is to be determined. And also, the 300th anniversary parade is Sunday, June 10th, 2012. The Old Abington Country Field Day with fireworks and a children's parade, Saturday, June 23rd. A fireman's muster and band concert, August 2012. Civil War Living History Encampment Reenactment, September 21st through the 23rd at the Island Grove. A benediction ceremony for the Memorial Arch, a rededication, rededication ceremony for the Memorial Arch and Bridge, Saturday, September 22nd at Island Grove. And you just saw some websites that you can reach the Tricentennial Committee on. Would you mind putting them up again, Evan? Okay. The Abington Tricentennial, there are 2 different sites. One if you want to make inquiries, one if you want to donate, an address to donate to. So again, this is all for fun. It's to raise money for the parade. And thanks to Aaron and Al Haggerty and Bubba Gendro and the adults that we'll be interviewing. It's going to be a great time. And I want to thank the committee, too, the Tricentennial Committee, for all they've done setting this up. And as we get more information, we'll be passing it on. Thank you very much. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be on with our next candidate. Hello, I'm Bob Toomey, and with me is Town Moderator Sean Riley. How are you, Sean?
Hi, Bob. How
Great
are
to
you?
see you. It's funny seeing you on that chair instead of the host chair.
A little different view from my side of the chair, too.
Well, we brought Sean on because he is a candidate for Abington's Mayor of the Day, for the day. Sean, why are you running for Mayor for the day?
Well, initially I was running for Mayor of the Day just for the sole purpose of beating Richie Rosen, who was running. He lives in Whitman, and I didn't want a resident of Whitman, who's a good friend of mine, to be the top vote getter for Abington's Mayor of the Day. So I was mentioning to a few of my friends, and they were saying you should do it, and I wasn't sure. So they ended up putting my name in on it. So the gauntlet was thrown. And then I hear that we've got the contestants, the other campaign guys like Bubba Gendro and Aaron Christian and Al Haggerty. I mean, there's some stellar candidates out there. It's going to be a very spirited race. It's a great fundraiser, and it's all in good fun. I know that each of the 3 kids. I know John Rogers from Rockland, a great guy, or East Abington as we're calling it for this, and Richard Rosen from South Abington, and then Mr. Schultz, who I understand is very involved with the kids in the town. It's great to just have a little fun as we kind of go through the Tricentennial celebration. And every dollar that you put in the envelope for a vote goes to funding the celebrations to make it even bigger and better. So it's a great deal. I hope we all have a lot of fun.
You mentioned Richie Rosen as one of your opponents, and I understand you made an extra donation in order for us not to interview him on TV, give him the least exposure possible.
I can neither confirm or deny that, but it's good. He owns an Irish pub in Whitman Center, McGuigan's Pub, so he's really trying to get his campaign going there. So all you Irishmen in Abington, even if you don't want to vote for me, vote for one of the other Abingtonians and try to knock off the Whitman guy and make sure the Rockland guy, they're all coming second and third place behind someone from Abington. Because any one of these kids, it's great seeing a guy like Bubba, who's one of the most popular kids in 4th grade. Aaron is just amazing. He's the type of citizen that you wish you had more of him, with the drive that kid has and how involved he is. Al Haggerty, despite his lineage and his parents and all, Al is just a great character.
Yes.
Really talented. I've seen him in some of the high school drama plays. You get some great choices up there, so you can't lose.
Exactly.
And I just encourage, again, pick up one of these envelopes at Abington Bank, the Town Hall, the library, the Ale House, Bemis Drug, and you just check off the name of who you want to vote for. $1 is 1 vote, $10 is 10 votes, and you put it right in the ballot box there. And they'll count up the votes, but you got to do it by May 27th, or your vote doesn't count. And they'll announce, I guess, the top vote getters just before I think right about the beginning of June, so they can get prepared for the June
parade.
10th parade.
Now, you're very active, of course, with the town committee for the 300 celebration, and could you please give us some history on the committee, or not history, as much as just who's involved in it, what's going on? And
Well, there's a great steering committee that the town the Board of Selectmen appointed a little over a year ago. I'm not on the steering committee itself. I'm just kind of one of the worker bees with a lot of other people who are kind of helping out. But it's led by Frank Jenowitz and Jack Bailey and Jan Prowl, who have done an incredible job of organizing all the different events. I mean, some of the towns, when they've celebrated the Tricentennial, had kind of like one big event or two big events. They've pretty much tried to schedule a calendar of events running throughout the year, and it's been great. We had a great 300th Gala over at the Massasoit Complex. I know that you've talked about some of the road races that they've had in each of the three towns. We have a half marathon coming up. We have first a road race in Abington on May 19th that the police department's putting together, which is very popular, and I hope everyone will either take part to run or walk on that one. June 3rd is the half marathon that actually goes through the three towns, Whitman, Rockland, and Abington. So if you're a runner, you can log on to the 300th website and get some information about that. June 10th is the big day. That's the 300th birthday, the actual day.
Okay.
And we have the parade organizer of all organizers, Jack Bailey, is in charge of that. 1 o'clock, the biggest parade ever in Abington, bigger than the St. Patrick's Day Parade, same route as the St. Patrick's Day Parade, but Jack is very excited about what's going on with that parade. And then June 23rd is a day I'm looking forward to. That's the big field days and fireworks, children's parade down at Memorial Field. That's going to be an afternoon and an evening full of just everyone just come on down to Memorial Field. We're going to have live music and food and kids games, free admission, free games. Everything's free. Bring a picnic, bring some lawn chairs. You can buy some pizza or hamburgers from the different local groups that'll be there selling food, or bring your own food. And, weather permitting, I think it's going to be a day that people will remember for a long time.
for our generation,
Yeah.
sure.
It's great, and there's a lot of other events going on through September, through the end of September, and I have to thank the Tricentennial Steering Committee and all the people. As you mentioned, I'm working kind of with the field days itself, and we've got a great crew of volunteers who are just really coordinating the music, the games, the layout, the electricity needs, anything that needs to be done. There's a lot of work behind it, but with many hands make light work, and it'll be fun. I hope that really people will take part in the Tricentennial celebration because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Exactly. And you mentioned all the things that are involved in it that a lot of us take for granted. We only see the outside, what's been done.
Right.
And firsthand what's involved in putting it up, like I said, the electricity and carpentry work and safety, to make sure everyone's safe.
And it's been great because we've got older residents and younger residents taking part. I mean, we just had a field days meeting last night, and Aaron Christian was there, and Bubba Gendro's sister was there, because we want to get some feedback from some of the younger citizens in Abington, and they have some absolutely great ideas. We're saying, what do kids want to do if you got a great day with a bunch of friends and you're going to hang out down Memorial Field for a couple hours before the fireworks start? So, we have bouncy houses that we're going to get for the little kids. We've got a rock wall we're going to rent for the older kids.
Sure.
And 4 kids can climb the rock wall at the same time. So if they want to challenge each other, we're going to have, the cornhole for some of the older kids. We're going to have frisbee areas, hula hoop contest, lawn twister, all sorts of different things that if you want to sit down and just kind of relax in the sunshine, you can do that. If you want to run around and take part, we're going to have a dunk tank. Maybe you'll be part of that, Bob.
You know
We'll see.
me, I think there's enough people that have paid to dunk me.
All right, well, that'll be fun. We might not even charge people to throw at you. We don't know. But, it'll be a fun day. Weather permitting, it's June 23rd. If it happens to rain, we'll move it to June 24th. But $20,000 fireworks show that night.
Wow.
It should be a great night. And the sun doesn't go down until 8:30, so we'll have a long day of fun and good food, good friends, and then we'll cap it off with the fireworks.
And then, as you said, that goes on during the summer.
Yeah.
After the road race, after that we have the field day on the 23rd, then the Firemen's Muster and the band concert in August.
Yep.
Can you talk about that?
That's still being put together. I want to thank the fire chiefs from Abington, Whitman, and Rockland are working together with that. They're really looking forward to that because that's bringing a little bit of Old Town Abington back.
Right.
We're talking about perhaps doing it near Abington High School up in that area. That'll just be kind of, again, another fun thing, and then we'd go right up to the Nisbee Bandstand at Riley Field and have another live concert. Nancy Reed is, again, working with the entertainment part of it. She does all the summer concerts, the Sunday night concerts, which are tremendous if you haven't been to that yet. Just a lot of things to do. If you're sitting home in the summer and you're really kind of itching to do something, we got a long list of things you can take part of.
Exactly.
And, most of it, everything we're trying to do, really, with all these donations, all these votes, we're trying to make everything free. That whole field days, we want you to bring your kids, and we're not going to charge you to have kids stand in line and play on the different slides and bouncy houses.
Sure.
We're just going to have it all open for free. The only thing you have to pay for is whatever food you want to eat, unless you bring
Unless
your
you
own.
bring your own, sure.
Right. So be a great day, low cost and just a lot of fun.
Are there any other ways to donate other than the voting?
Yeah, anybody who wants to make a donation to the Tricentennial, whether it's $10 or $1,000, you can just write it out to the Tricentennial Committee, or if you can't spell Tricentennial, just write it to the 300th Committee. And you could actually put it in any of the ballot boxes, really.
Okay.
Talk to Jan Prowl. There is a website that I know your son's been putting up on the TV screen, which is great, abington300.webs.com, which has a lot of information about all the events, including Mayor for a Day. So, it is great. The town meeting was kind enough, generous enough to support, part of the fundraising, although we've raised over $100,000 in private funds.
That's fantastic.
We got to thank some of our major donors. Abington Bank and Cape Cod Lumber, our two platinum donors. They each donated $10,000 to really help the families of Abington celebrate and not have to dig in their own pockets. So thank you, Abington Bank. Thank you, Cape Cod Lumber. And there's a number of $5,000, $3,000, and $1,000 donors.
Right.
You'll see their names on the banners throughout the parade and at the field days and other upcoming events. I also got to mention and congratulate Kathy Bailey and all the people who worked on the arts show and the quilt show that
Down at
was
the
recently
Senior
held
Center.
at the Senior Center. It was outstanding. Everything has been very successful. So again, I hope if you can't help organize, then come down and enjoy it. It's there
Right,
for
be a
everyone.
part of it,
Yeah,
exactly.
why
And you
not?
said it's something our generation will never happen again, and
Right.
the work people are doing, it's going to be great enjoyment.
It is, and every centennial, whether it's been the 250th, 275th, or the 200th, they've written a book for every 50 years. That's kind of been an update on what Abington is, what Abington was, where it is now, and then also describes how they celebrated. And there's also a book committee that's putting together a great book. Eileen Walls has been doing a lot of work with Mrs. Nicholson and Rosie Walls, and I know I'm going to forget a lot of people, but they're doing a great job. Robin Fernald from the Historical Commission has been helping out a lot. Putting together a really interesting book about the history of Abington and a lot about what Abington is today. So 50 years from now, people can read.
Exactly.
And I wrote the section about the sports in Abington, so I tried to drop as many names as I could. And I apologize for anyone I skipped or overlooked, but I tried to drop in even some of the kids, the U10 softball team that was this national champions.
Right.
We put their names in there, and some of the Little League kids who did so well about 2 years ago. Very proud of a lot of good people in Abington. This town, as you know, Bob, I mean, you volunteer a lot, I volunteer a lot. It's a great way to meet people.
Exactly.
When you move to this town and you don't know what's going on, just go meet people. We love it when there's more people because it just gets better if you get more opinions and more hands working.
Exactly. And you enjoy it. It makes fun.
It is fun,
it's,
and that's how you make a lot of friends, just by getting involved. And if like I said, if you don't think you don't have to be strong at organizing things, because there's people who have done it before who can help, and you can help
Exactly.
them.
Right, it's
So-
a two-way street. It's no doubt about it.
Yeah, we have for example, the kids have been just fantastic. The Teen Advisory Board from the Abington Library is a group of about 25 to 30 kids of various grades, and they do a lot of community service, and they meet up at the library about every 2 to 4 weeks. They're going to be volunteering during the field days. You'll see them in bright yellow shirts. They're going to be out there helping us with whatever needs to be done, organizing the kids' games, helping families that need direction wherever things go. They just want to be involved, and again, guys like Bubba Gendro and Aaron Christian and Al Haggerty, all the people who are running, we're doing it for fun.
Exactly.
Just vote, and the money goes to make it even bigger and better. It'll be fun. So again, pick up your ballots. You got to get them at Abington Bank, town offices, the library, Bemis Drug, or Abington Ale House. You can also go to South Abington or East Abington. They get voting parcels, places there. But you just check off the box. And here, I brought an envelope for you. I already took the liberty of checking off the box for you there.
Okay, Sean,
You see?
I
It's
know the
already
rules.
Checked off Sean Riley right there,
Yeah.
Bob, so you can put your dollar
Here's
in there.
that $100 you told me to
Yeah,
give me.
yeah, the 100. How come there's a George Washington in this 100 there? But that's all you got to do. You put it in the envelope and then just drop it in, and then the Tricentennial Committee will unlock the ballot boxes and count them up later. And I'm happy to be joined with such quality candidates as Bubba and
You're in a tough
Aaron.
race, I'll tell you, my friend.
They're very great personalities in those kids.
They're all great characters. They have character, and they are characters.
And we talked about, we didn't know who would run, and we thought it was kind of cool that the kids were running, because 50 years from now, God willing, they'll be here.
Right.
And they can say, I was the mayor 50 years ago, and they can talk to the new mayor or whatever.
Sure.
I probably won't be here 50
I don't
years from
expect to
now,
be,
or
no.
if I am, I won't know I'm here. But, I'd be honored if my friends and family would vote for me, that'd be great. And I think one of the first things I do is get some of these guys to be with me as my cabinet members for the day, and
Excellent.
we'll share the day. And I hope people will really take part. I've met some new people in this whole process, getting ready for the 300th, and it's just really nice. The history, but also the future of Abington is something that if we work together, this is a great town. I have faith in the people. You know the people
Right.
around this town.
I agree, yeah.
Every town has its glitches, its problems, but this town seems to find a way to fight through that, and we can put that behind us and work to unite and get things done. And you know, the selectmen, again, the Tricentennial Steering Committee, the Park and Rec Department, the Highway Department, the Police and Fire, they're really helping us out, and just because they realize the value of the town.
Right, there's no turf wars, everyone's helping
it's
out.
like,
right.
let's do this right the first, you know, we want to do it one shot, so let's do it right.
You're right,
you
I
know?
agree.
And I'm really looking forward to it. And again, let's hope the weather cooperates. Sunday, June 10th for the parade, and Saturday, June 23rd for the field days, and then again, we have more things coming up. But you know, I'm sure I'll see you there.
Oh,
so.
you know it. And judging by the history of the St. Patrick's Day parades, I think Mr. Bailey has a direct line to the one upstairs, so.
He's amazing. Like I said, he's got bands now that were in the St. Patrick's Day want to come back for the Tricentennial.
Great.
He's got bands that have never been to Abington, have heard about the Abington parades. So this will be one of the biggest parades.
ones.
And if you want to help out with the parade, Jack can use the help too. You can call him at 878-7785. God, I hope that's the right number. Pretty sure it is. Jack, stop by Bailey's Garage, because he needs people to help organize at the start of the parade, because there'll be people who will be new to Abington trying to help get organized. So many hands will make like we're there. And again, bring your family and get on the parade route along Washington Street, goes by the Frollo, bears right, heads by the North School, then ends down in North Abington, right around you know, where the cellar is and Morel's Country Kitchen. Then it disbands there. And I think we're going to have this year a special post-parade party. I believe it's going to be at the VFW, adults only,
Right.
for all those people who helped organize or were in the parade, and those who just enjoyed the parade.
Sure,
come down
come by.
and come on down again. I'll be out, I think it's going to be out in the Grove of the VFW right after the parade.
And I understand the expense of that is on Richie Rosen.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. So, you know, if you go down to McGuigan's Pub in Whitman, grab an envelope and check off one of the Abington guys and hand it right
Hand it
back
right
with
to his face, that's
$10
right.
bill in there. No, Richie's been great because he knows that the money raised, Whitman's, in fact, he's one of the sponsors. He sponsored one of the initial road races in Whitman to raise money. He was one of the first fundraisers for the Abington Tricentennial. And John Rogers is, as you know, very well known over in Rockland as the former superintendent of schools and very involved in the community. He's put his name up to be the mayor from East Abington.
Right.
So,
Knowing that that's going to draw some funds from there.
That's
for,
right,
Right,
it's,
for
you
the
know-
whole parade of old Abington.
because as you know, people from Abington have moved to Rockland, people from Rockland moved to Abington
Right.
and Whitman. We're all, you know,
Still all one
big
town, really.
family. and
Exactly.
We have a lot of heritage and tradition, even just, you know, the football and the baseball
The
rivalries.
rivalries,
and, this is a way to kind of come together. It's, you know, Abington is the motherland, so it's really our birthday, but we've invited them to
Everybody
take
them
part
back.
as much
That's
as they
right.
want to.
Prodigal sons.
Yeah, you know. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm, you know, a little nervous about, you know, when I get this. I hear from Bubba putting lawn signs out, and Aaron having meet and greets and YouTube videos, and Al Haggerty is just that, you know, dynamic personality. I hope you'll vote for one of those guys, or myself, or Mr. Schultz. Again, $10 is 10 votes, $100 is 100 votes, but it all goes to a good cause, and I'm sure, no matter who tops it off, you'll see all those guys at the parade and at the field days, and I hope you'll shake their hand and introduce yourself to them, because I think they're going to probably be a big part of this community.
Oh,
for
no
many
doubt
years to
about
come.
it. The way they've started out, they're definitely going to be very involved, and
There is. There is.
it's important. It's a good generation, next generation coming up to replace, as we have replaced some of the older people.
And that's very, you know, it gives you a little optimism that, you know, for a while there was concern that people didn't want to get involved anymore. They stayed in their own house. They didn't kind of reach out. They don't read the newspapers. They don't know what's going on. And when they find out, they criticize everyone else.
Right.
Those who have been volunteering, trying to make good things happen. The more you can be volunteered or just kind of keep in touch, I think you kind of enjoy it and understand things better. And the more people are involved, you know, the more people go to town meeting, the better the discussion is. We get different points of view.
Right.
And then I think we all come to a better decision. And
Sure.
if I don't mind plugging, May 21st is town meeting.
Meeting.
7 o'clock at Abington High School. You know, I'm honored that the citizens of Abington have voted for me to be town moderator. That's a position I just hold, you know, essentially twice a year. But it is actually, it's been nice to kind of oversee the town meeting and see the sincerity of people who come to that meeting to ask questions. And, you know, some of them are tough questions, some of them are great compliments, but everyone's there for the betterment of the town.
Exactly.
And I think that's what the 300th celebration is everything good about Abington, let's celebrate it.
Exactly.
And I appreciate you doing this on television.
Well, it's like you
for all
say,
the
it's a
kids.
great way to get the word out, and it gives people the opportunity to become involved. Oh, I heard about that. This is just another mechanism that people can hear about things. So why don't you put the website up again for the 300th, if you could? Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Edmund.
So it's abington300.webs.com, or you can always Google Abington Tricentennial, it'll come up. And that'll give you, the Jan Prowl does a great job with the website, has a lot of information, all the events coming up, you can get forms, you can get posters from the different things. I want to mention the Children's Parade, which is on the field, it's going to actually start the Field Days event on June 23rd. Children's Parade, anyone 12 and under is in, they used to have a Children's Parade here years ago for the night before the 4th. So they brought it back this year. If you'd like to put your children in the parade, or a child or a group of kids, 12 and under, they're going to ask you to report to the front lawn of the Froyle School before 2:45. Between 2 and 2:45, you just got to register so they know what age group you're in and what category, because they have, I think it's 4 categories of costume awards. There's going to be the Horribles, which can be, you know, kind of monsters or whatever. There's Fantasy and Fun, which can be a clown or a princess or whatever, that type of thing. There's one with Town Spirit, Town Pride, which could be anything about the town. It could be you're dressed in football uniforms, cheerleader uniforms, or something about Rockland, Whitman, or Abington. And the other one, I think, was historical, I believe. But check the website to check me. So anything you want, you know, your kids wanting to dress up as, it'll be a short parade from the front of the Froyle, right down Ralph Hamlin Lane, which is the roadway that goes down to the Beaver Brook School. It'll turn right into Memorial Field, and it'll end at a stage we're going to set up on the football field for the bands. We'll end the parade down there, and let's just say, Mom and Dad, all the kids will get a little something at the end of the parade. Can't say what it is. We have a bunch of surprises in store for the day. So mums and dads, think about what costumes you want for your kids. I hope you'll start the day off with that. It'll be a lot of fun. And then again, bring a blanket, bring some chairs, mark your territory down there on the baseball field, football field area. We'll have a lot to do from 3 o'clock on. Live music starts a little bit after 4 o'clock. We're going to have the community band down there. We're going to have, you mentioned, the Excelsior Men of Harmony and the Sweet Adelines do a great job with the a cappella. We're going to have Dale and the Duds will be finishing us off towards the end of the night, and then a huge fireworks show, which will probably start around sometime after 9:15, probably 9:30, because that's the day after the summer solstice, so the sun technically goes down at 8:30, but it really won't start getting dark till after 9.
Sure.
But a big day on June 23rd, starting off with the Children's Parade, but don't forget all the other stuff. It's all on that website, abington300.webs.com. A lot of information. I hope you'll take part in one or all of the events.
Well, again, thank you for all your information, because people are well informed now, because I had some bits and pieces, and it's great to have someone who's actively involved to give the information out. And
I am one of many, and I'm really happy with the amount. And if people want to step up and help out right now, or even you want to volunteer to help out that day of the event, even for the half marathon,
Sure.
we need volunteers who will just be at different street corners to guide the runners to take a left, to take a right. Make sure they're going the right
The correct way,
You know?
yes.
We'll give you a volunteer T-shirt to wear and to keep for the, you know, as a
Commemorative.
souvenir. We can use your help, and it's simple work, but you know we need bodies out there.
Right.
So thank you, Bob. Again.
thank you, Sean. I
All right?
really appreciate it.
Appreciate
because,
it.
again, people need the right information.
And don't forget to vote for your favorite mayor of the day, or vote against me. It doesn't matter. Vote for someone, because all the money is raised for a good cause. Good luck
great.
to everyone who's running.
And now, if you want to tell people about John's interview, or Aaron's, or Alexander's, or Bubba's, they can go to abingtoncam.org. That's Community Access Media. And you can pull it up on the computer and see this show. So tell your friends and neighbors about it if they happen to miss it. Justin Shanahan will be running it on the cable, in the satellite, whatever option you choose to watch your television. And again, thanks to all the 300th committee, and I mean, there's literally hundreds of people that are involved. So thanks for everything so far, and we're looking forward to the rain holding up. And thanks again for everyone. Justin, thanks for your help with the show. We might try to get the other adults on, except Richie, to publicize their campaign.
They're good people.
They are good people, and this is all said in jest, and the people know that. So, again, Edmund, thank you for directing this show, and we'll be you're on again in the next week or so.
That's right. Happy birthday, Abington.
Thank you. Abington South Tricentennial.